It's New York, it's fall, the weather is beautiful, and we're on the floor at New York's Comic-Con, and I'm sitting next to my friend, actress, activist, and master cosplayer, Jay Justice. Hello.
Hey, Adam, what's up?
How are you?
Good.
I've already walked the floor in costume and sweated my nuts off. How's it going so far? How's the con going?
It's been amazing. I've been going to this con since the very beginning. I am from New York. I'm from the Bronx. I watched it when it was a tiny little con, and we still had New York Anime Fest mixed in there. And this was the busiest Thursday I have ever seen.
Really?
Yes. People were like clearing out their stock on Thursday. It was magical. We had a lot of one-day passes. That's why people were just buying Thursdays to try out Comic-Con, and we got a bunch of new Comic-Con addicts born on Thursday.
How do you feel like New York Comic-Con compares to San Diego Comic-Con? You're in a unique position to really understand
I've been to both for many years. I feel that New York Comic-Con, up until last year, you could still buy a badge at the comic shop in your neighborhood. Like it wasn't quite as big, but then we boomed. We exploded with like over 120,000 unique attendees last year. So it's definitely getting to the same scale, but it still doesn't feel like that industry spectacular that San Diego is.
Yeah. How about the cosplay here? What's the saturation?
They're stepping up their game. There's some really good costumes this year. We have a pretty equal mix of cosplayers and non-cosplayers. It's not quite as dominant at other cons where everyone's in costume. It's not Dragon Con, no.
Well, Dragon Con is
exactly.
That's way up there.
Yeah. But there's still a lot of talents. I mean, this is New York. We got Fashion Avenue. We got all the cosplayers who are like, they know where to get everything and they know how to get a good price for it.
Right.
Like, yes, so lots of haggling. I just bought some trim over at Daytona on 39th Street right before the con today.
It must be nice for you not to have to trundle everything into an airplane or a bus and go.
Yes, this is the con where if you're local, you can bring your big stuff and you can bring your A game and really impress everyone.
Oh, that's fantastic. Are you doing more than one costume at this
I
year?
always do more than one costume. I always bring extra costumes because you have wardrobe malfunctions. And I actually forgot my Wonder Woman boots, so Wendy's wearing combat boots today, guys, but you know what? It's okay. I always say it's about having fun. You don't have to have everything be perfect. Just go and have fun in your costume. Don't give up 90% because 10% didn't make it. Just give it your 100.
Just go forward.
Yes, exactly.
Tell me about this. You handed this to me when we sat down.
So I am the co-director for LGBTHQ. It is a company that promotes diversity, equality, and like tolerance at every convention that we go to all up and down the East Coast, hoping to get to California maybe next year.
Yes.
And what we're doing with this passport is giving you a full listing of all the queer creators, writers, artists, panels, screenings, workshops you want to do at the convention, all in one easy to find place. And it's also a scavenger hunt and a raffle that we're doing. So on Sunday at the con, after you've seen all of us, you've gotten your little stamps checked off with every different person who you met at the convention, you can then win a prize. And we have tons of prizes. Lots of sponsors want to be part of our community, so they've been donating books and like Funko Pops and t-shirts and all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love how much you not only love the art and the experience, and it's sweaty and it's uncomfortable and all of that. I love how much you love all of that, but I also love how much you want to bring everyone in.
Exactly. It's about community. Like, you can have fun being a nerd at home in your room with your video games, but when you go outside, you want to meet your same people. You want to meet your other family, and that's what this really is for us.
So what words of advice do you have to say to a 10-year-old who sees this and thinks, oh, I'd love to dress up as Wonder Woman, but I can't do something like that?
Yes, you can. Si se puede. Yes, you can, okay? You can do it. You can start with the smallest, easiest thing. Get some star-spangled leggings from Walmart.
Yeah.
Get yourself a red t-shirt and put a Wonder Woman sticker on it, and boom, you are a Wonder Girl. You can do anything, and have some friends do it with you.
You know, some of my favorite costumes at the cons are the ones that have the least amount of art to them, where someone's just like, you can tell at the last minute they were like grabbing duct tape and Amazon boxes and putting something together because they had to. Mm-hmm. There's a vitality to that I find quite inspiring.
I am quite a fan of the guy who got as much cardboard as he could find and made himself an Iron Man, because it was literally an iron, and then he put an arc reactor in the center where the steamer would be, and he won best costume one
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh.
It's wonderful. I think it's all about being creative and working with what you have. You don't have to have $1 million to make a great costume, and you can just have fun. It doesn't make a difference. It's all about having fun.
You're doing all this work to increase inclusivity and helping people feel safe at the cons. Is that improving?
It really is. I think the con itself is making a big effort. Repop has been approving more and more panels about diversity, about inclusion, about knowing how to respect people. Even if you don't know what they're cosplaying or what their gender is, it's okay. You don't have to know. You don't have to know someone's gender to treat them like a human being.
Right.
You can just relate to them on a fan-to-fan level. Call them by the character name. You think a Cap cosplayer is like being called Cap? You know the word he, she, no. They're Captain America. That's who they are. Right. And that's absolutely fine.
Is there... Where do we need work? What advice can you give people about helping to make a con a safer and better space that's more inclusive?
I feel like if you see someone who's alone, say hi to them, make friends. Like, don't feel like you have to just stay in your own little clique, because that's how we make the community a bigger and safer and happier place.
Okay, here's the big one, the softball. Why cosplay?
Why cosplay? Well, let's see. I feel like I was on the outside looking in. I used to just work primarily in promotion and marketing for other companies.
Yeah.
And I would see the cosplayers and go, you know what, I want to do that. You wear your fandom on your sleeve and it's easier for you to relate to people. And I was kind of a shy, nerdy person. But once you're in costume, people relate to you knowing, oh, they love this thing so much that they're wearing it. I think I can be friends with that. I think we can talk about this.
Yeah.
So it definitely got me out of my shell, and I'm never going back.
One of the things that I love is when I spend months putting together a costume, I hit the floor, and I'm always surprised when I run into another version of that costume.
Isn't that the best?
And then we know what we've gone through, right?
Yes.
You see the other, and it doesn't matter how close or far apart your costumes are, you've both existed in the same mental...
Absolutely. And then you learn from each other. Like, I do Medusa. It is 4 wigs sewn together. She is the queen of the Inhumans. She has, like, prehensile hair.
Right.
There's another Medusa cosplayer who did a video for Marvel where she actually showed you how to do it without sewing wigs together. You can make a little wig track, and you can sew snaps onto your costume, and then you snap the wig onto the back of it, so that way it doesn't weigh down your head, but it still looks crazy long. And I'm like, genius. So I love seeing it. You learn so much. So
Jay,
much.
you are one of my heroes. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me,
over
of
here and
course.
talking.
Anytime.
Jay Justice, everybody. This is New York Comic Con. We'll see you on the floor.